What's up, y'all? It's the Boosh Bag. Miss Boosh Bag. To you. Okay. This is super late. Actually, this week's episode is late, and this is last week's episode. So, yeah. And it's almost midnight, and I'm finally getting around to doing it. Had to slap on a wig real quick. Okay, so, this episode starts off with, Kaylee. She is calling home. She's talking to her sister. She lets her know that Bree came over, made her take a pregnancy test because she had been feeling sick, and that she is pregnant. So she's crying. Her sister is reassuring her that everything's going to be okay. The family's going to be there for her and all that. But she's mostly scared about her dad. She's saying about him being mad, but I'm also thinking about him being disappointed because she already she's doing the makeup thing because she wanted to change his image that he had of her and to seem responsible and all of that. So to go from 1 second of like, oh, I want my dad to be so proud of me, and then I fucked off my whole life. Yeah. So there's that. Let me see. Next scene. What is it? The big ass fat boy. Tiffany's boyfriend. All right, so he called Bree because Emily and Kaylee, nobody else ain't gonna help him. He wanted to know, does she care about him? Does she be talking about him? She was like, yeah. I mean, she misses him, even though she don't always let on just how much. But Bree is saying that she can see that, how sad and stuff that she is. So he wants to come back. And she was like, well, did you do the shit that she wanted you to do? Like, to be better or whatever? And he was like, yeah, I got myself together. And she was like, well, is she going to know that you're coming back? No, it's going to be a surprise. Okay. And he's asking for her help. And she was like, well, as long as you got your shit together, like you are doing the things that she needs, job stuff, and that she wanted you to do, the reasons that, did you fix the things that she kicked you out for? If you did that, then yeah, she might be happy and I might help you. So it's a deal. And tell me how cute is Meek with his little M&Ms over there. Not one to share. Like, no, take this one M&M. One. Little kids are shady as hell. Okay, once again, a helicopter, like 11:30 at night. I'm not stopping. Anyway, the next episode, why do I keep saying episode? The next scene, Emily is meeting with Asta, and they're gonna do like a FaceTime with Tara. I hate Tara so much. Okay, so she has 4 designs, and on the commercial they looked a lot worse and a lot more childish. They're actually not horrific when you see them. I kind of like the one that's in the glass, and maybe even the kind of wall one, because it would have to be, yeah, I guess it would be written on a wall. I don't know how they would do that like on a sign outside, but as far as being inside, drawn on the wall or painted on the wall or something like that, it kind of seemed like, yeah, that could work. Even though she's saying Emily was telling her that the wall is actually wood, so if it could look like it was coming out of wood, that would be better. But okay, Tara is a 50% partner, so she got to get her input. Tara is not impressed at all. She was like, it looks kind of juvenile, childish, corny, stupid. Yeah, all of that. She was like, I like something a little bit more sleek. Well, if she wants to go kind of grunge and you want to go sleek, it kind of seems like I don't want the same kind of bar, but okay. I wish that she would have given Asta some examples of what she meant by sleek, but hopefully Asta being an artist, she know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. So Asta's like, okay, but basically I just did whatever Emily told me because she kind of wanted some sort of graffiti type thing. Yeah, so Tara's not down with none of the bullshit, and she was like, look, we need to get some things together. Like the grand opening is coming far too fucking soon. We don't even have a freaking logo at this point, which means that we can't put out, flyers or posters or anything like that to do the advertisement. And she would like to do like a red carpet. She'd like to make it a big gala event and like, really beef the whole thing up so it could get like a lot of attention. And without the logo, yeah, she's not down. So she was like, we're gonna need a really fast turnover on a new logo. So how long does it take for you to do that? You know, logo, whatever. 24 hours? Yeah, we're gonna need 24-hour turnaround. And I was like, 24 hours? Like, that's not a fucking enough time. But she's like, I guess. So yeah, she's like, well, basically it takes a longer time to come up with a concept, figure out what you're gonna do, and actually draw it and do it. But if that's what she got to do, she's going to crunch the numbers. And Emily assured Tara that, yeah, she gonna do it. Yeah. She was like, so I'm gonna be in town like next week or this weekend or whatever the hell, and I'm gonna need that shit to be done. And Emily's like, don't worry, it'll all be done. And I'm wondering, why is Emily being so ass kissy to Tara? See, Emily's the bossy bitch on this show, and Tara's the bossy bitch of all the fucking shows. So she, yeah, I guess Emily kind of looks up to Tara, so it's, she don't want to just exert her own self and be like, bitch, I also put in 50%, so it's not all about you and telling me what the fuck better be done when you get in town or none of that. So yeah, she's kind of bowing down and making Asta bow down with her. We gonna see how that's gonna go. Okay, so Asta and Ty go to this independent artwork place or whatever. Kind of just looks like a restaurant or something to me, but yeah. Apparently people are able to showcase their art there, and they have like art shows or whatever. And she brings in 5 of her pieces. The guy seems to really like them, and he's like, okay, is this all you got though? And she's like, yeah, that's all I have for this collection. And he's like, yeah, that ain't gonna cut it. I'm gonna need double, so you're gonna need to do a whole lot more shit in a week if you want to be a part of this. And she was like, wow, this could be really like so great for my career. And this is her actual career. This is what she fucking does and everything. So her and Ty are off to the side talking, and he was like, I really want you to put your heart into this and really like do this, get this done. She was like, it's a lot to do in a week. I mean, but I also have to do this freaking logo for Emily and Tara. And he was like, but this is your life, like this is what you do, this is you. And she was like, yeah, it's gonna be really hard, but basically this comes first. Like, this is before the logo and everything. So I'm like, girl, you got a contract and you're getting paid. I don't think it's before. You better catch that next showcase. Well, I don't know, maybe she could just try to do both, but I don't know. I don't know if it's a good idea to breach a contract that everybody on TV saw you make. Yeah, so close to like the time that they're supposed to be opening up this business. Now I get it, absolutely, that in my mind I think that her showcase thing is more important, but you don't want to go to jail, you don't want to get in trouble, no legal trouble, just, I don't know. Anyway, Kaylee and Bree go to the doctor because she had already taken some sort of a blood test. So she was like, okay, well, this thing said I'm pregnant, so this test should be able to tell if I'm pregnant also. And they were like, yeah, well, thanks for coming in. Yeah, so you took a test at home? Yeah, girl, it's said positive for a reason. It's not like just a false positive or whatever, but we'll indulge you. Yeah, you're pregnant, okay? So she's 3 to 4 weeks pregnant or whatever, and she appears to be quite stunned with the whole thing. But she's really upset going in there. She was like, I just, I can't afford to take care of a baby. I don't want to have a baby right now. I can't be pregnant. So I'm sure she's freaking out. Oh my God. Okay, first of all, I'm watching it scene by scene because I ran out of paper in my notebook and I don't have nowhere to write notes, right? So so I have to just watch it and then talk to y'all. So the commercial just ended and they came back, and oh my fucking God, like she got to be the luckiest motherfucker on fucking earth. The nurse is like, okay, well, since you said you were spotting, we gonna have to go and we gonna have to do a little ultrasound or something. So she's looking like, oh, I see some water or something like right here. And she was like, I don't know what that means. Is that good or bad? She was like, well, it's where you're bleeding from. So I'm going to go take this to the doctor. And yeah, we going to figure something out. The doctor come in and be like, you know what? It looks like you're not pregnant at this time. and it seems like you probably had a miscarriage. Right before that happened, it looks like Kaylee had kind of said, you know what, I can't take care of no baby, but I will work so hard, and my family's supportive. I mean, I guess I'll get through it. So she kind of just gave in to the dread of having to have a baby, and then it was like gone. So I understand. I've seen that happen to people before too, like that whole feeling of loss, even though there was nothing there, you know. You never met a baby or anything like that, and you know, didn't even know you were fully pregnant until just minutes ago. But apparently she was still hurt by the whole thing. I'm saying, I don't mean to oh, it's just evil to say, I guess, kind of, that it's good that she had a miscarriage, but I mean, she really couldn't take care of no baby. She really is very, very young and very childish. She didn't need no baby. So, yeah. So it just didn't happen, and she is, I think, going to be better and damn sure more careful for it, right? Okay, so Amanda needs to get a swimsuit custom made for her bodybuilding competition that's coming up. She had talked about it at the beginning. She's been, you know, working on it and working out and all of that, but because she did take like a break off, she lost some of her muscle, and she's going to be the smallest person there. She's there with Kaylee and some other fitness competition chick that she knows. They chose purple as her color because it's supposed to go well with her hair and her eyes and blah blah blah. Yeah, that's really all that's going on right there. And she's just hoping to place, hopefully, in the top 3, right? Bree goes to a flower shop and meet Austin as, and she was like, okay, you said you was coming to surprise her. I did not know it was going to be this soon. But okay, so what are we doing? Getting flowers to apologize? He was like, no, I had one to propose. She's like, propose? Motherfucker, are you crazy? How y'all break up, she kick you out, and then you come back and like, hey, let's get married? Like, he was like, well, I got a job. First of all, he's 19, just like she said. How good could a job be? I mean, it's not a lifelong job. It's not a career. Boy, she was like, wow, that's just a really, really big step. And he was like, yeah. She was like, are you sure you ready? He told her that he was ready. He was like, I just hope she's ready, because I don't want to have did all of this and then, you know, it'd be for nothing. That is definitely the wrong approach to take when you're doing something so outlandish in the first place. Like, you have to know there's a very large chance that she's going to say no. So Bree keeps on, you know, questioning him, trying to get down to the nitty gritty. Like, dude, this is kind of ridiculous. Are you serious? They pick out some flowers. The florists are like, okay, well, we're going to make this arrangement. What's the occasion? Oh, I'm going to propose to my girlfriend. Oh, that's beautiful. Can I see the ring? They're looking at the ring. Bree is like, so you're sure about this? He was like, yeah, I'm sure about it. She was like, you're committed? He was like, I'm committed to her. Yeah. Are you committed to life with her forever? Marriage, house, all of that? Yeah, sure. All of it. The whole 9 yards. I don't think that she's only 21, Tiffany, right? And he's 19. Like, they are ridiculously young. Like, he is still a teenager. So anything he say is just, I mean, it's just childish. And I know it's going to be somebody out there like, oh, I met somebody and we was together for blah, blah, blah. Like, fuck you guys, whatever. It's not normal. That's not the average or the fucking norm. So don't act like it's just like a regular thing that fucking happens. Just be happy that it happened for you and know that you're like one of the only ones, okay? So yeah, I don't see it fucking working out. I mean, I'd be amazed. I mean, they could be the other one that does that, but I just don't motherfucking see it, because it was more stuff that he was doing other than just being broke. He was also not cleaning up. She was pissed off that he was lazy, and he cursing and stuff at her and talking to her. That's what Kaylee said. That's what she told his father. All of that. So Bria's like, okay, so you was out there. Did you ask her dad if you could marry her hand in marriage? No, I didn't really know how to do that or what to say. I mean, I know I could have or I should have, but yeah, I didn't. And Bree's like, yeah, it ain't looking good, boy. It ain't looking good at all. Not at all. All right, so now Emily needs to hire staff for the mini bar. So she has Kaylee and Bree there, and they're going to be interviewing, you know, everybody, I guess, dancers, bartenders, servers, you know, all the staff, everybody that they need, because she's, like I said, already kissing Tara's ass, and she acted like she's so scared of her and she need to have everything done before she get there because this is her responsibility. I'm like, well, what the fuck does Tara do besides putting money and boss you around? But that ain't none of my business. First dude come in, he like, yeah, I bartend and everything, but I only make like half and half drinks, like not any frou-frou drinks. She named some shit I never heard of, some kind of motherfucking gummy bear. I'm like, I don't know how to make that shit neither. I'm not a bartender, but I was a bartender for like 3 days before. A long ass time ago, I was a bartender for 3 days. But yeah. So he was like, yeah, she was like, so what, a screwdriver? He's like, yeah, I can make a screwdriver. She's like, what kind of fucking bartender can only make one drink? Next motherfucker come in, he's shaking everybody's hand, and it was like, all right, he's supposed to be able to dance and have a big personality. So he in there dancing all on the floor, he doing the worm. Then they just go through a montage, because I guess they must have made everybody dance after that. Pure ridiculousness, just motherfuckers just doing what the fuck ever. So I don't know who the hell they gonna pick because it was ridiculous. The motherfucker that's doing the worm, she was like, where will he do the worm? At the damn at the club. And Brie was like, he could do it on the on the bar, you know, kind of just going past people. No. All right, so we're at Amanda's competition. She's pretty nervous, of course. From the other scene, Kaylee then asked for the job of doing her makeup. Kaylee do not give a fuck about asking motherfuckers because she work with. You mention anything where there will be pay, she'd be like, I'd like to be a part of that, please. Thank you. I'll be doing your makeup and Tiffany could do your hair. So yeah, so she got, you know, built-in glam squad. So Tiffany and Kaylee are there to do her makeup. She goes to get spray tan so her muscles can pop. And her dad comes, and that dude Zach that she likes or whatever from back home, he came, and she's really excited because she's never had this many people because all the girls are going to be there, and you know her usuals or whatever. So she's looking pretty good right now. Now Asta has shown up at the competition, and Bree and Emily, and they're talking, you know, how is Amanda looking? I keep wanting to call her Samantha. How's she looking? How things going? She looks great. I think she's a little nervous, but I think she's going to do so well, blah, blah, blah. And Asta's like, oh, well, let me share with you guys. I finally have been invited to have my artwork in this art gallery, and it's like an amazing opportunity. I'm so freaking excited. And they're like, oh my God, congratulations, that's so great. And she's like, yes, I'm finally gonna be able to get into my craft and do this and do that, and all of this good stuff is gonna happen. But it's just like, you know, I only have a short period of time. No, she was like, she kind of like put a negative spin, like, oh, but it's at a, you know, a really bad time. And they're like, why? What's wrong? And she was like, well, I have like a deadline and it's pretty short. So I have to like work really, really hard, kind of nonstop. And I kind of won't have time to do your thing, Emily. Yeah, your logo. She was like, the logo for which you're already being paid for the business that is starting and opening this week, like you're not gonna make the logo. She was like, no, I'm not gonna have the time because, you know, I have to do all that. She was like, you made an agreement, a legal agreement, all that stuff that I said earlier. I did not pre-watch the show, but yes, I noticed she made a legal agreement because Emily has a lawyer and she's opening a freaking business, okay, and she's rich, so she's gonna cover all her bases. Yeah, so Asta's not really getting that, and she's like, no, it's a legal agreement. You do understand that it's legal, so you just go around signing contracts and then like breaking them and whatever. And she was like, no, why can't you see, like that was good. She was like, but this is like a great opportunity for me. She was like, I gave you a great opportunity when you didn't have any opportunities. What about my great opportunity that I gave you? It was just like, fuck that. Why didn't you tell them you were already on contract to someone else? Because this is like my life and my career. She's like, that is so fucked up. And then they just decide to just stop arguing about it right now. And she's like, you know what, fuck it, whatever. So essentially, she was Emily was saying that she already told Tara that the date had been pushed back because it couldn't be done in 24 hours. So they gave her 3 days, and she was like, I was like, well, I'm just trying to let you know, like, ahead of time. She's like, ahead of time, bitch? We're already late. How is this ahead of time? She's pissed. They go. They're watching the competition. Everybody's getting a kick out of it because the men are cute and shiny as hell. Okay, except Asta, covering her eyes. Girl, please. Girl, please. You better go shine tie up. Tell that motherfucker to flex, right? Yeah, Emily is definitely into it. So they're getting their eyes worth. Like, it's just like, like eye candy fucking everywhere. And then the girls come out. There are short women there too, like 5 feet or whatever, but even 5-foot people are still taller than Amanda. So Amanda's like, well, she's just hoping that they are just, they'll overlook her height and really just deal with her physique. So I thought she looked good, but then again, she was like, everybody looked good. And I was like, yeah, I guess they look good too. So I can't call it. The competition is going. They're up there. They're about to announce everybody. And what Amanda wants to do is break her coming in 4th. I think she said that she came in 4th 4 times. I think she said 4 or 4, but she said this is her 7th competition, so I guess the other time she came in, some other number. But she wants to break the top 3, of course. She did not come in 3rd, but then 2nd came around, and yay, she did it. So that's the highest that she's ever ranked in the competition. She's super happy. She got a cute little shape. She got little buns right there. Yeah, so everybody was happy. Her brother, no, that's not her brother, that's her boyfriend. Her boyfriend was super excited, like soup the fuck up. He like, yes, bitch, yes. Y'all see my bitch up there? And then when they're back, backstage or whatever, she's like, finally she could eat and drink anything she wants. So she's eating donuts and champagne and all kind of stuff. And they're like, you want to go to sleep or you want to turn up? She's like, I want to turn up. It's like, when her dad is here, she was like, he party worse than me. Just don't embarrass me, daddy. Okay. Then we get, what's her name? Tiffany is on her way home. She is home. She's pulling up into her little driveway. She gets in the house. It's lights and fucking flower petals all over the motherfucking place. So she's walking down the thing. I would be scared as hell if I walked into my house and it appeared that someone had been there. I would, I guess, assume that maybe it was something that was good, but I still would go get a neighbor, because who the fuck knows? It could be a crazy person up in your house that think they love you, that you said hi to, and he, how you ever see them things where people think, like you give them your business card and they think that means you're coming on to them and they think y'all in a relationship. Like, yeah, it could be a cuckoo bird fucking trying to be romantic. Like, nah, it ain't gonna be me, son. I would have stood outside the door and yelled, like, who in there? Hello? Yeah. But she walked in with her tiny ass, and his enormous ass is standing in there to my, hey. She's like, hey, what the fuck is going on? She was like, why is he here? These flowers, they for you. He almost hit her in the face with them. I'm like, has he never given her flowers before? He don't even know how to hand them to her. But she got them, and she's like, thanks. He was like, I'm sorry about the way that things happen before. I have a job. I got a steady income. I'm like, a job where? You have a job there? Or do you have a job at home where you're, I'm not getting what, is his job online? Or how did he get a job where she lives if he lives somewhere else? Okay. And he was being very presumptuous, even if he did, because he's just assuming she want his ass back and he could just come whenever. So yeah, he was talking about that, like how he has a job and he wants to be there, he really loved her. And then he was like, put those down. She's like, why? Oh, just give them to me. Why wouldn't you just take them? Put those down. Bossy ass. He take them and he was like, I love you so much and I wonder if you would do me the honor of being my wife. And she is looking at him like, are you serious? Is this a joke? And he's like, no, it's for real. And she seems a little bit frantic. I feel like I could see her thoughts like going through her head, like, what the fuck? This shit is fucking crazy. So, yeah, she doesn't seem to be able to believe it. And of course, we knew that they were going to hold the answer off until the next freaking episode. So, yeah, I guess I'm finna find out, you know, when I watch that one. And that is going to be the season finale. So, that's how this thing ended. I gave her my review along with the recap, so I think that everybody kind of gets how I feel. If you agree with the things that I had to say, let me know down in the comments. If you disagree, let me know down in the comments. And until the next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out my previous video. I also have a beauty and lifestyle channel you can check out, or swing by my fitness channel for a free workout. Don't forget to subscribe.